Hey guys, for this Tuesday tips, I thought I would do a video. Haven't done a video since the first one, or since when I introduced myself, where you got to see me, but thought I would do a video real quick. I want to talk to you about buying bobbleheads and kind of best practices for buying. A couple things that I see quite a bit, so want to bring those to your attention. They're probably common knowledge for a lot of you guys, but if you're just starting out or just getting into collecting, this might be some new information. It kind of varies depending on if you're buying on eBay or buying through a Facebook group or something like that. So a couple different scenarios. So the first thing I want to talk about is when you're buying a bobblehead through someone that you may not have dealt with before. You may not know. This is the first time either they had a listing in a Facebook group or something like that, and they had a bobblehead that you wanted. One thing to remember is I would always recommend paying, if you're going to pay through PayPal, pay through goods and services, not friends and family. The reason being is when you pay through goods and services, you are protected through PayPal. Let's just say something happens. For some reason, the bobblehead doesn't get delivered. The bobblehead breaks during transit, postal service, FedEx, whatever. No matter how good you pack it, there always could be something. They like to play. If you mark it fragile, they're going to trade it even worse. So things are always going to happen. But if you pay through goods and services, you're protected through PayPal. So if the buyer decides that they don't want to refund you, PayPal will step in. They usually side with the buyer. If you have proof that it was broken or didn't get delivered, then you're going to get a refund. If you pay friends and family, you really have no recourse if something happens. So I always recommend paying goods and services. If it's someone that you haven't dealt with before, someone you're not quite sure about, most of the time, even if the person asks if it says pay friends and family, the PayPal fee is 3%. So you can always cover that. So if they say, hey, it's $30 friends and family, you add an extra $1, that's going to cover the PayPal fees, and then it gives you that protection. If it's a $50 bobblehead, you pay an extra $1.50, and at least that way you're protected. I always recommend paying goods and services. If you're buying through eBay, you're already protected, so you don't really have to worry about that. If something happens and the buyer doesn't want to refund you, most of the time, if you have proof that it's broken or didn't get delivered, eBay is always going to side with the buyer, and you're going to get your refund. So you might have to open a claim. It might take a couple weeks, but at least eBay is very good about it, and they will take care of you. So that's the first thing that I wanted to kind of allude to. And then that leads into the second thing, and that's buying pre-sales. Now, obviously, the way Forever Collectibles does business is pretty much everything when they first release it is a pre-sale. It's going to be, shipped in 3-4 months, however long it takes for them. Same thing with Bobblehead Haul. Clark Toys does this a lot. They do pre-sales. So they announce a new bobblehead. They're going to pre-sell it. It's a limited number. It might sell out before it even comes into stock. But if you're buying through a retailer, you are, once again, going to be protected because either you're paying through your credit card. So if something happens, you can always get it refunded through your credit card or through PayPal. And once again, they'll take care of you. But here's the thing. If let's say you missed out on that Forever Collectible release, the one that sold out faster than you got it. So you went to eBay and you see it listed on eBay and a seller has it on there, but it says, pre-order, or just because you're been on Forever Collectibles website, that it hasn't released yet. Be very leery about buying from a seller on eBay, buying a pre-order from a seller on eBay. Unless, let me clarify that, unless they can provide you proof that they have purchased the bobblehead, or it's someone that you dealt with previously and you haven't had any bad experiences in the past. The reason being is, one, they could be putting, I know there's a lot of eBay sellers. There's a handful out there that are doing these pre-sales, and they might not even have the bobblehead. They just, as soon as they see it listed on Forever Collectibles, they go to eBay and mark it up 3 or 4 times, which is already crazy when the bobblehead hasn't even been released. But they mark it up, and then as soon as they get the order, that's when they go to the retailer, to Forever Collectibles or Bobblehead Hall, and then they just place an order and have the shipping address, the whoever bought it on eBay. So they just drop ship it right to the seller. Now, sometimes it happens, and you'll see this because they have negative feedback, that when they went to place the order, that bobblehead was already sold out, and then they have to refund you back, and then you don't get the bobblehead. It's a bad experience for everybody. So I wouldn't recommend buying a pre-sale, a bobblehead from Forever Collectibles or any other retailer on eBay, because that person might not have it. They might not get it. Or I think on eBay, you only have it like maybe 90 days or 120 days after you purchase it. You have, when your buyer protection expires, don't quote me on that. But there is a chance that the pre-sale could take so long for the bobblehead to come into stock that then your protection has expired from eBay. And then if you don't get it or it comes broken, then you're out of luck. So that's with buying pre-sales. Now, once again, if you're buying it from Forever Collectibles or Bobblehead Hall or Clark Tours or any of the other retailers, you're covered. If something happens, I wouldn't worry about it. But do not go to eBay and buy a pre-sale bobblehead from a third-party seller that's just going to try to drop ship it and charge you 2, 3 to 4 times more than what it retailed for. That's just not smart. I would personally wait for it to come out, and eventually, if somebody bought 10 of them, and they're going to get stuck with some of that inventory, and they're going to end up having to sell it for a price that's probably pretty close to retail or not much above, and then you're going to come out on top. So definitely be patient with those if you missed out on them and they sold out. The other pre-sale option that I definitely want to talk to you guys about is the stadium giveaways. Now, with the way the world still is with COVID and everything that's going on, there's still games getting canceled. I saw a minor league game that just got canceled this weekend. So once again, I wouldn't buy a pre-sale bobblehead for a stadium giveaway game because once again, who knows if that game's going to happen. It could get canceled, and then that's a whole mess you have to deal with. The seller, they never know really how many bobbleheads. I mean, everybody goes to a game and, hey, I got 20 tickets and I got a bunch of friends that are going to go with me and I'm going to get all these bobbleheads. But, things could happen. They could, once you get to the gate, they're only letting one person get a bobblehead, one per person type of thing. They're not letting people come in and out, all kinds of different things that could happen. So pre-sales for stadium giveaways are even riskier, once again, unless it's someone that you've dealt with in the past, someone that you're very comfortable with. You know that they're going to come through. You know that they're going to get the bobblehead for you and be able to ship it and all that stuff. So those are just a couple things I wanted to make sure when you guys are buying. Be very careful with pre-sales on eBay. Be very careful with pre-sales on stadium giveaways. And if you do any of those, no matter what you're buying, make sure that you are using goods and services through PayPal. If you have to, pay the extra 3% to cover the fees for the buyer, for the seller, just so you're covered on your end in case something happens. I do that all the time. We're all, if they say, hey, send me $30, friends and family, I'm going to send $31 just so I'm covered, and it's only an extra buck. I mean, it's well worth it on the back end. So if you have any questions about that, if anything doesn't make sense, or if I left something out, make sure you comment, send me a message, put a question down there. Let's talk it out. Let's make sure everybody has the best experience. It's very rare in the bobblehead community when there is a scammer or something happens, but it does happen, and just want to make sure you guys are in the best position to not have it happen to you. So hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you have any questions, and stay tuned for next week's. We'll come up with something new. Thanks. Bye.